everyone, Thread Thursday again, and just thought I'd do a little catch up of what I've been doing behind the scenes this week. The nighttime shenanigans of stitching. So I found these on Amazon, and because I had all these wools that I'd got from an estate, and so many. I have, I think it was 45 or 50 different colour wools, and I couldn't work out what I was going to do with them. So when I saw these, I thought these were big enough for each one, and I got 40 of them, so I've still got some spare wool that isn't on. But I'm thinking that I'm going to make something where it's hanging, like I could have them all along on a doweling rod or something like that. So they're done. I tried to colour code them as well as possible, pinks and reds on the red. But obviously I ran out of reds for that, and then I had the greens and the yellows, and then they ran out, so browns went on to yellow. Anyway, did my best. So that's one thing I've been doing. There's something kind of peaceful and nice about the evening, just winding wool or embroidery floss onto things. So I did actually manage also to get another one or two of these boxes, because honestly they're just all over the place otherwise, and this way I can just look, I can see the colour on the top and pick what I like. So this is my big work that I've been doing. I'll just see if I can show you bits, because if it's just too big to unfold it all. I actually machine stitched a few things. So this one that I was working on, that was part of the tablecloth and has been embroidered and over sewn, I zigzagged that on. Now what I'm doing with this big piece that I was going to show you is I have been just slow stitching that on, just with a straight stitch really. I'll just show you how I've been doing that. Now I have to say it has been relatively hard to work on such a big bit, at least getting the bigger parts, like these great big ones, sewn down has meant I can take the pins out and it's a bit easier to sew. But I've just been doing a straight stitch, actually not usually that big, all around the edge. Of this one, just to get it down. I haven't got any additional ideas at the moment of what's going to be happening with this piece or going over the top. I do think that I'm probably going to do a blue maybe around the edge, something like this one or this one. Around exactly the same, but on this second line. So possibly that or that. Oh, that might be a bit bright. Just have to make sure I've got enough of what I choose. So that's this bit. That's what's happening with this large piece. Now I'm just going to see if I can unwrap. So this part I've blanket stitch down. This little part I went over a lot with the sewing machine to get that little bit on, and I've used a bit of the same material from that bottom bit. See if I can get this open. So there are these couple of bits of material that I used in this, and I've used that, see me, Christina, and I have sewn this one on with a straight stitch, bit of zigzag there, and just done some straight stitching along the edge. So it's really hard to say. It's still a beginning. It's not really a finished product. So this is, I've just machine stitched, and that's really just to get rid of the pins more than anything. Just been doing a bit of applique, straight stitch all along these little extra bits of material, and straight stitched it down and on. I'm thinking with this I wish I'd have maybe either that or the C made it puffy with something underneath, so I might add that a bit later under there. There might be something I add in there. So that's where this is. I just started to do a few little bullion, just larger, bullion knots, so they're more like tendrils. So that's where I'm at with that. I think it's a short thread Thursday. I'll do stitch wheel next week, or maybe, I don't know. So next week will be a bigger one because, and I just sewed this, but I've kept it as a pocket. Next one, I discovered there's a workshop with someone who's quite a popular person in the sewing circles on this Saturday, and I have no idea how I came across it. I didn't even know it was happening, and all of a sudden I discovered that there's one on this Saturday, and so it's exciting. I don't want to give too much away, but I thought that was a little mushroom looking thing, so that reminded me that I should hunt around for things on the internet, and then I found it. And so next week I'm going to be very excited about what I show and tell from my Saturday stitching embroidery class. I'm so excited. It's also down on the peninsula, so I'm actually thinking I deserve a little treat, as we all do. And I'm looking at whether I can stay down there Friday night and Saturday night and maybe go to the spa down there. So the only other thing, because I did have one more thing, I have, where are they? Here. For my little golden books, the Winnie the Pooh ones, and I've been adding bits of, honey sort of ideas. I've got this stamp that's got this beautiful beehive with little leaves going around. So I've printed onto a bit of my old linen shirt that was ripping and started to embroider. So I'll be doing these as well behind the scenes for the little one each for the little junk journals, the little golden books. And there we go. That's kind of it really for this week, I think. This is too cumbersome to stitch under the camera. That's the problem with this. And I'm not doing anything fancy, just some straight stitch still. So let's see what happens next week. And hope you enjoyed the update. Not very long, but every week's different, and that's how it goes. So I'll see you soon with the next video, probably a little golden book one. Have fun, love you lots, take care, bye for now.